hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is your host with the most burn, Avery32 here, and destroy the ever-living burning boo-boo stain off of that boo-boo game subscribe button. I like the OCG name better, Booby Game. As we climb even higher the 1500 ladder, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been subscribed to the channel for a long time, you may not know that it seems like every time I've posted a Chainburn deck profile, it always does well, which is funny because I've always despised this deck because this has always been the deck that my dad has played. Whether he played it back in Kashtira format and I showed off that build, which got a few thousand views. I have shown builds that have topped regionals that have gone a couple thousand views. I feel like this video is going to do well no matter how much I roast this deck. Heck, one of my most viewed videos is the Mystic Mind deck, burn deck that won, I think it won a YCS? It won a YCS. I was the first to post it and got like 14, 15,000 views. And it was just hilarious, right? But what is interesting about this is that it's a top 8, just old school, gotta go fast, high burn, chain burn deck. That apparently, according to MCole40's comment section, it got top 8 at an OTS. So this dude could have been playing in like an OTS championship and like played 4 or 5 rounds, then made it to top 8 and then lost. Or he just went to locals one day and he got 8th place out of an 8-man local. I don't fucking know. But this is hilarious. A lot of people in the comment section of that video did say that this build is poorly built. Look, it's 47 cards. I mean, this is a brick house pile, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll get into all that because on top of that, too, I don't know why the card went away. But I did have the Rising Rebellion Falcon. If I could talk today, I'm losing my voice. Jesus. I did have the Rising Rebellion Falcon here on the side because it's just 500 more attack points on Raid Raptor Ultimate Falcon. So it's 4,000 attack, 3,500 defense compared to Ultimate Falcon stats. And the Rising Rebellion Falcon is also unaffected by card effects. So it's just a better Awaken the Dragon's targets. Like, why the fuck are we playing Ultimate Falcon? But besides the point, this extra deck needs a lot of work. But let's just dive on into this. Again, I don't know anything about this dude's matches. Again, he could have finished 8th place in an 8-man local. I don't fucking know. But it's top 8. I want to talk about it because this is hilarious. This goes to show how good of a format we're in when we see people playing crap like this. Is it necessarily good? Probably not, but we're going to talk about ways to make it better. For all I know, this dude could have sent this to Robbie Cole like at 3 in the morning partying with his buddies and was like, hey, I'm going to be famous on YouTube for 5 minutes. Like, who knows? The extra deck may even just be a pile of cards, even though Last Warrior is a hilarious way to use Awaken the Dragon. So we're playing 3 copies of Lava Golem, 3 copies of Volcanic Queen. There's not much to explain here. These are great ways to get rid of things like Detonator and or Wave High Kings. And then 2 copies of Hama. So this card always confused people when my dad played this card. So during your opponent's turn, when either player takes battle damage, you can special summon this card from your hand and apply one of these effects. Gain life points equal to that battle damage or inflict damage to your opponent equal to that battle damage. So it's basically like a New Age Gores, right? Where like the opponent, say they hit you with like a detonator for 3,000. You can go, okay, cool, activate Bahama's effect, summon it, you take 3,000. Yeah, that's adorable. And then we're playing 3 copies of Moonlit Chill because, of course, we got to play fucking hand traps in 2025. Yeah, it negates an effect just like Valor, but remember, if that monster leaves the field that turn, they take damage equal to the attack. It's pretty adorable. 1 Day of Peace, 3 Extrav, and then the 1 of Chain Strike because it's still at 1 for some reason. Konami just hates burn. This card could go to 3. It would literally do nothing. Konami, you need to bring Chain Strike back to 3, please, for the love of God. And then we're playing 2 copies of Transaction Rollback. I mean, at this point, this shit's a pile. You may as well like make it a 60 card burn deck and like just play like 3 copies with like Foolish Burial Goods or something. 3 Secret Blast. I'm not gonna read what these cards do. I was about to read what this does. It's a Secret Barrel 2.0. Like that's it, and it does an extra 1,000 damage if it's popped while on the field. 3 copies of Justice Earths, 3 Secret Barrel, 3 Gravedigger's Trap Hole because we don't have room for a fucking Rafflesia. I just think it's funny how like we're not even playing Rafflesia for the memes at this point, or like somehow fitting into level 4s. I don't know. It's just funny. 3 Ceasefire, 2 Magic Cylinder. We're playing 3 fucking Paleo cards for some reason. So this is the one that you can dump a trap. So I guess like you can just activate it with like in the chain to dump Transaction Rollback, and then when a trap activates, you summon it, and it's unaffected by monster effects, so they have to kill it in battle. I guess. Or like you could summon it in attack mode and then activate Dimension Wall. So this card's actually kind of cool. So activate only when an opponent's monster declares an attack. Instead of you, your opponent takes the battle damage you would have taken from this battle. So this card has always tripped people up in rulings, either that or they've just tried to cheat my dad throughout the years. But back in the day when people used to play like Forbidden Lance to like dodge spell and traps, people would activate like say Forbidden Lance on a monster that's attacking directly, and my dad would go to activate like say Dimension Wall. And they would go, okay, chain Lance to my, say, 3,000 attack monster. It loses 800 attack. Okay, cool. Lance doesn't protect you from this. So instead of you taking 3,000, you're now taking 22. And then a judge would get called over, and then the judge would have to say, no, it's just you taking the damage. It's affecting you, the player. So if for whatever reason you run into the one dude in the room playing fucking Forbidden Lance in 2025 and they try to say that Dimension Wall doesn't work, no, it would only stop things like Magic Cylinder, because Magic Cylinder actually targets the attacking monster. It literally says it in the text. Whereas this just makes the opposing player take the damage that you would have taken. So this card can actually kind of like dodge negation and stuff. I don't know why you'd be playing Dimension Wall Magic Cylinder in a day and age where you activate this on a fucking detonator and then they pop their own detonator. I mean, I guess it outs the detonator, but like there's gotta be better cards. You could be playing Misfortune. Misfortune's just a better card. Like, he's not even playing that in this shit. Well, oh my god. Anyway, we're playing 2 copies of Bad Luck Blast, 3 Trap Trick because you're a trap deck, and then 2 Ring of Destruction because it got errated, and it's still pretty good. Extra deck, we're going to get to this monstrosity last. Let's start off with the side deck. 3 Lore of the Heavenly Sky Prison, that's pretty obvious. 3 Power Sink Stone, it's basically a skill drain. You may as well play Skill Drain. 3 Lose 1 turn, because negating monster effects is nice. 2 Threatening Roar, because I guess this guy was afraid of Tenpai. 2 copies of Boo Boo Game. So during damage calculation, if a monster battles, you take no battle damage from that battle. So it's a Wabaku. And it's a worse Wabaku because it only protects you for that battle. If this set card in its owner's control is destroyed by your opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target up 2 normal traps in your grave except Boo Boo Game. Set them to your field. They can be activated this turn. You can only use this effect once per turn. This card fucking sucks. This card's so garbage. And then 2 Waken the Dragon. Yeah, I mean, if you get this off, you win the game, but you're also playing a burn deck. Like, why the fuck is this not Rising Rebellion Falcon? So you get a free 4,000 body that's just unaffected. They can't even Chaos Angel out this thing or the Rising Rebellion Falcon. Like, I think the only way that Fiendsmith variants could out this is like make a 5,800 attacker bigger Disarray and like hope to slam into it. Like, I guess. But like at that point, like you might be running into a Threatening Roar, although that doesn't matter because then they could just negate it. Yeah, actually no, you just make a Disarray and you move on with your day. I just accidentally cut it out of a card, but it doesn't really matter because we're just gonna go right back into it. Okay, here we go. We're playing 2 copies of Dragoons, 2 copies of Dragos Capella, 2 copies of Howitzer. So this is actually interesting for Awaken the Dragon's target. So it's unaffected by the card effects, just randomly. And then during your main phase, you can inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. That's all you need to know. The rest is just BS. 1 Last Warrior, because it's good. You can also play this in the new Temple of the Kings deck, because you can just crap out the OG circuit, then use Temple of the Kings, make Last Warrior, and just win. 1 Millenniumizer Strict, because this must have just been in his fucking bulk. 1 Ultimate Spirit Dragon, because it was in his bulk. 1 Red Nova, probably in the bulk. Archfiend Abyss, sure. Crystal Wing, sure. And then Coral Dragon. This whole extra deck was his fucking bulk. There's no shot. Hope Harbinger and Ultimate Falcon. Like, why would you ever summon a Coral Dragon off of Awakening the Dragon? Like, you can't even synchro with anything with the Moonlit Chill. It's a level 3. Like, you can maybe make a level 8 with the Mahama, but like, why? Like, you make your entire extra deck just multiple copies of cards for Extrav and then for, like, Waking the Dragon. Like, this extra deck is a fucking meme. So let's go ahead and shuffle up some hands here. So if you're going first, you're going to Extrav. You hope to God that they don't have an Ash. You draw Gravediggers and Queen. You're setting Gravediggers and Secret Barrel. Okay, no, this deck fucking sucks. No, that's garbage. That's absolute garbage. Or, like, maybe you're hoping to go second. Maybe you just go second like that Chainburn build from the Philadelphia Regional was doing, where it was like 40 or 42 cards, 45 maybe, and then it would just go second. And then that way you get the extra draw, and then extra draws you 2 more. Like, that's cute. But holy balls, no, this actually needs a lot of work. So out of the gate, as someone who I guess, is a Chamburn expert via osmosis through my dad, through playing together for the past 17 years. I think you actually need 3 Mahama. Because you can chain these, and I think you can do like double the damage. Oh, that's right, but Mahama's a level 5 tuner. Oh, okay, so that actually kind of makes things interesting because this thing's a level 5 tuner. So maybe you could like do some shenanigans with like Firecracker, where like maybe you could play Firecracker. I mean, it's a level 4. You can discard this card, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent, and if you do, skip your next draw phase. Only uses effect Cracker once per turn. Each time your opponent takes effect damage, place a counter on this card once per turn during the end phase. Remove all counters from this card that placed by this effect, and you can do inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each. I mean, this thing's a level 5 tuner, so I guess you wouldn't be doing anything with Firecracker, but no, this needs a lot of work. I'm not going to sit here for 10 minutes and try and make a table 503 deck like become table 402. But I think that this is hilarious. I definitely think it needs a lot of work. I think that this dude may have just got lucky, either that or he's just trolling and he didn't actually get a top 8 at anything OTS related. Definitely not fucking regional related. But I definitely think that the level 5 Mahama being a tuner is interesting. Moonlit Chill I think is an interesting tech. I think there is some interesting techs overall in here. But if you're trying to take like Chamburn to like a regional or something, like you're just going to get your cheeks clapped. I think the Paleo thing is interesting, being able to dump rollback, but like at that point you may as well play a fucking Paleo Joshua Schmidt pile. Gravedigger's Trap Hole is awful going second. Yeah, this is rough. If you want to play like a 60 card burn deck, I feel like you're better off playing like just more draw cards maybe, or even just like playing a Paleo pile with some burn cards. And like there has to be some way to like play 7th Tachyon in this. Like coming from a meta player's perspective, there's got to be a way where like there is some sort of burn monster that you can play that you can search with 7 Tachyon on turn 1 and just gain advantage. Like there's got to be something there. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to throw this out here. I think that this is hella interesting. Let me know down in the comments. This Ultimate Falcon just needs to be Rising Rebellion, and then the extra deck just needs to be absolutely overhauled. Like you don't play any of this garbage. You play like Last Warrior. You don't even play Dragoons. Dragoons have been fucking power crept. You play Last Warrior, Rising Rebellion, and like that's it. That's all you need. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.